Hi, channel. Double check that I'm recording. I am recording. Man, I've been struggling to get the 717 to work, which is the one I really want to get working. So the thing is, I feel like it sounds like I'm bad mouthing it. I'm not. I think it's a really good aircraft. I love how. I love what it does, and it handles really well. But it's things like I just tried to enable the. I tried to change the squawk code on my previous flight, and it crashed all prepared for me. Kind of sad, right? So it's like halfway through a flight, I try to change the squawk, and poof, everything goes. That's a bit of a bummer. Well, now we're in something much more stable. We're in the 777-300. We are in Sydney, in Flytampas, beautiful Sydney. You can see the big Emirates 380 taxiing out there. It's Ultimate Traffic 2 doing that jazz, and we're gonna fly what for me is a really long flight. We're flying from Sydney to Bali in Indonesia. I'll definitely use some time compression on this flight to get it to go at a reasonable speed, and I'll pause at the top descent and all that sort of stuff. We'll see what I'll do with this. I might even edit this video a little bit. Who knows? I kind of told myself when I started off recording streams that I wouldn't edit videos because that's just so time consuming, but here I am, and if I'm gonna do this, then I'm probably gonna have to edit it. That's anything else would just be cruel. So we'll see what I end up doing. This is, yeah, like I said, Flytampa, Sydney, which is really beautiful, beautiful airport, beautifully done by Flytampa. They do everything beautiful though, so I'm not surprised the slightest. But let's make it back. We need to get back in the cockpit so we can open those doors. And I think is it number 2 and number 5? Let's see. I think it is. I think I opened the correct doors this time. Number 2 and number 5 on the right side. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff here. There's Sydney CBD, the Central Business District. And Flytampa has actually done a really nice job with this airport. I've hardly been here since I bought it. I used to live in Sydney. I actually lived in Sydney for 3 years. I don't know if it's right to say I kind of hated it in some ways, but it was also a really nice place in other ways. It's a nice city. It's really stunning, actually. The harbor is something else. Just so isolated from the rest of the world, I think. Which maybe is a little unfair to say, but it is, right? Anyway, so PMDG 777. I've been meaning to. I bought the Airline to Sim training course for this over Christmas, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm flying it the way I have been flying it, which is probably not as good as it can be. But that doesn't really matter. I enjoy the simulation greatly. So let's get the thing set up. I have yeah. I'm running chase plane. That's the camera add-on, and as always, it seems there's some things to sort of do here that I haven't done. Here we go. We can set up the RDRUs, arm the emergency lights, and once that is done, we can close those doors again, so GSX will stop nagging us. Arm the doors as well. And why don't we start boarding too, because that takes a while with this. We have 500 passengers on board today. Huge. Yeah, where was I? And the air to use. Air to use. I don't know how you pronounce that thing really, but you know. Yeah, we need to set this up a little bit better, you know. So I have some things that I need to do while I'm doing this. Yeah, we can turn on both the powers for this, and yeah, so I think we're good to start programming. Pausing it. We are at YSSY, and I don't. What we'll do is we'll go here and we'll get the GPS. Put that into here. Open some doors. Yeah, so YSSY. And we are going to, what's the name of this airport again? It's called Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta. And we can do a route request, because I've exported a PMGG route here. Yeah, these camera things, you know, I haven't set them up all properly yet. So, but this preset shall not have track IR. We can load the route now that it's requested. And our flight, it's GIA 3320. That's our number. GIA 3320. Activate, and we are taking off today. I think we will be taking off runway 34, right? Okay. Perfinet. Flight level 320, I think that is correct actually. Flight level, well, eventually we'll come to flight level 360. That's in steps though. Flaps 5 takeoff, and then that will give us a V-speed of 180. Ooh. Actually, what we can do is we can go to the FMS com and we can go to the uplink wind and we can load the wind data, and we can go to the FS com And we can go to the descent forecast and we can load the descent forecast. And let's see, so the wind, let's see if we can enter this too. The wind, there we go, is 320 at 09. And the slope is 0 and dry, and the outside air temperature should be pretty hot actually. It's am I blind? It doesn't say. Yeah, let's why don't we tune into the radio and figure it out.
Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee airport information Echo 2130 Zulu weather wind 167 at 15 visibility 10 sky condition ceiling 4500 broken temperature 21 dew point 13 QNH 1010 advice on initial contact you have information Echo Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee airport information Echo 2130 Zulu weather wind 167 at 15 visibility 10 sky condition ceiling 4500 broken temperature 21 dew point 13 QNH 1010 advice on initial contact you have information Echo Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee airport.
Okay. So there we go, we've programmed the FMC, we've set the SID, we have set up our takeoff speed, so it's 180, that's really high. I wonder if we should do flaps, add a notch of flaps here, so right now I actually don't remember what the next setting of flaps is, but it's okay. So it's flaps 1, flaps 5, and then 15. I don't think I want to do flaps 15 takeoff with this guy. Flaps 5 will have to be. We can do it. It's got some serious engines, so that's cool. Yeah, we forgot to set the barrels.
Yankee, Sierra, Sierra, Yankee, airport information, Foxtrot 2130, Zulu, weather, wind 167 at 15, visibility 10, sky condition, ceiling 4500, broken temperature 21, dew point 13, QNH 1010, advise on initial contact that you have information, Foxtrot. Yankee, Sierra, Sierra, Yankee, airport information, Foxtrot 2130, Zulu, weather, wind 167 at 15, visibility 10, sky condition, ceiling 4005.
Okay, that's good. I think at this point we have the FMC programmed. We have we can set this to an initial. We can set this to our initial climb, which will be 320, and we are currently in the process of loading our Garuda flight to goes to Bali. I think we're, yeah, you can see here the bags are coming in. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he's going around. That's a little dash, and 777's going around. Very interesting. You see, I also have Henrik Nielsen's AI ships out here, which should really add to the immersion. Yeah, anyways, let's check out some charts then while we're waiting. Where did I put my charts? I have closed my charts program. There we go. So what we will do out of here is we'll fly the Marub 5 departure out of 3-4. So let's just check out where we are and what that looks like. So I don't quite remember, but I think we're around here. No, we're not. We're at the international terminal. And we're going to 3-4 hours. So we're getting a long taxi if it's 3-4 hours. So we're going to taxi all the way down. Probably. Let's see, where are we again? I think we're at. Yeah, let's see, what was I saying? We were at. I guess it actually says probably on my gate number here. We are at gate number 53. Gate 53. So see, where is gate number 53? We are here. So we will probably go back, turn left, go down H, and then Alpha all the way down to L, go over and down to 3-4R, but let's see what they say. They might send us a 3-4L too, which would be a lot better considering we are so heavy and it's warm out. And then we are taking the, what was the Maruba departure, which is a right bank out over the water and going south again. Okay.
Sydney departure, Singapore 212 is at 7,300, climbing 12,000. Singapore 212, Sydney departure, roger. Altimeter 298 Singapore 212, contact Melbourne on 129.8. Going to 129.8, Singapore 212.
Okay.
455, Air Canada 33.
That was a weird thing. Okay, so let's start the APU. We need to get our fuel pumps on.
Sydney ground, Indonesia 878 heavy, request taxi for north departure with Kilo. Indonesia 878 heavy, taxi to and hold short of runway 16, right using taxiway, India November Tango 5 off, India November Tango 4, India November Tango 3, Alpha Alpha 1. Contact tower on 1247 when ready. Juliet Bravo Hotel, hold position, caution at Bombardier on final. Hold position, Juliet Bravo Hotel. Sydney ground, sun state 2164 with Kilo, ready to taxi IFR. Sun 32, 164, taxi to standby, 16, right via taxiway Foxtrot, Bravo, Bravo 2. Contact tower on 124.7 when ready. Taxiing, hold short runway 16 right via taxiway Foxtrot, Bravo, Bravo 2. Sun state 2164.
Okay, so our APU's on.
Turn 20, 508 with Lima, ready to taxi IFR. Qantas 508, taxi to and hold short of runway 16, right via taxiway Bravo 2. Contact tower on 1247 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 16, right using taxiway Bravo 2.
Departure check is complete. Nose gear steering disconnected for push. Release parking brakes. Okay, here we go. All clear behind the aircraft.
Okay.
Qantas 508, hold position, caution, other traffic. Hold
Safe
position,
to start engines for
150.
discretion. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
I'll turn on the pumps and then we will switch the right engine to start. And we'll add the fuel.
Juliet Bravo Hotel, continue taxi. Roger, Juliet Bravo Hotel.
So, as you may have heard, if you want us to take off from runway 16 left, which is good because it's a long runway, but it's the other direction. I was kind of confused actually, but you know, whatever.
Set parking brakes, please.
Let's see, so we have this one. Let's do the Kadom departure instead. Got the
Unlocking gear. Nose wheel steering connected. Pins removed. Tow vehicle disconnected.
Kadom it is. I don't have Kadom. Abby, Kamba, Kevin. Where does Kevin go? Kevin goes out. Abby goes south. Campi goes south.
Clear behind the aircraft, left and right.
Yeah, let's do the Campi one. Whatever. I don't know exactly which one to do here, but let's do the Campi.
Jetstar 404 with Lima, ready to taxi IFR. Jetstar 404, taxi to and hold short of runway 16, right using taxiway Charlie Bravo 3, Bravo 2. Contact tower on 124.7 when ready. Sydney Brown, Japan Air 772 with Lima, ready to taxi IFR. Japan Air 772, taxi to and hold short of runway 16, right via taxiway India November Tango 3, Alpha 1. Contact tower on 1247 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 16, right using taxiway India November Tango 3, Alpha 1. Japan Air 772. Taxi hold short runway 16, right via taxiway Charlie Bravo 3.
And let's start number one.
Jetstar 404.
And let's add the fuel. I really think the PMDG 777 is one of the prettiest models in flight sim to date. Really like it. Gorgeous. Look at that with the cloud shadows coming over us too. Very neat. I have the effects pack for this, so we'll see if we get any sort of fun type of things on takeoff or landing. The sort of jittering that you're seeing is actually chase plane. That sort of, it's not perfect yet, so you get these sort of little jolts every now and then. Okay, cool. So we're up, the pumps are on. We can turn on the packs. We can even turn on the center pumps because we have fuel in there too. And we can turn off the APU at this point. Service interphone. I always feel like there's something I'm forgetting in this guy, but you know, I forgot to turn on the beacon. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, backs are on auto, blades are on. All the fuel pumps are on. Taxi lights are on, and let's turn on the runway turn-off lights. And yeah, we have TCAS, flight directors that can come on, and they can go to LNAV and VNAV. We can use that as our things here, and yeah, turn on our guy down there. So when we start squawking, we can. And we can take flaps 5 and we can taxi out to the airport. So let's see here. Basically we're here, we're going to go down here, Alpha, and up here to Alpha 1. Oh, we're on 16 left. Oh snap. That's different. So if we're on 16 left, we're gonna go down here. We're on taxiway hotel. Oh, that's hotel. Right, this is taxiway Y. Yeah, so we're gonna Y. And we're going to take a left down there and Alpha. And we'll just get down to, or Juliet, and we're going to take Alpha down until we reach Lima, which we're going to take over. Okay. Certainly something. Okay. We can set the trim now to 4.75. That's roughly 4.75. Beautiful job on the airport by Flytampa. As always. As you can see, I'm having some frame rate issues here, but you know, they're not so bad. This is Juliet. It's kind of hard to taxi this this guy because he's so big. It's not hard to taxi, but it's just unusual because I rarely fly something this big. That said, extremely excited about the 747. That's going to be fun. That is an aircraft that's going to be super interesting and fun to learn how to fly. I expect it to be a lot like this, to be honest, but not totally like this. So here we are coming up on Alpha. I think when you taxi this, you kind of have to take a wider turns, which is what I find most unusual, right? So I think you wait until longer, and you turn like this, right? That looks more better, doesn't it?
05, continue taxi. Roger, enter 2205.
Much better. Oh, see, look, there's the famous shark. And there's the famous shark that Flytampa put in. That's really cool. That's really cool. I haven't seen it before now, but that's really fun. Whoa. That is a cool sight. Screenshot. Very cool. You see the smoke too from the factory there in the distance on the other end of Botany Bay. Very cool. It'll be an interesting takeoff. I'm kind of worried about how heavy we are and the speed, the V speeds we have, and that relatively short runway for this massive plane. But it will be interesting. It's very good though. Look at Flytampa with the reflections and the puddles and everything. Very nicely done. Arm the auto throttle, I forgot to do that. And we can set this to 155, I think is the actual direction. Here's our taxiway. Here's the next one. Should be careful here. There might be another plane coming in for landing or takeoff. I am not hearing anything from ATC, and although I see lights there, they're not barreling down towards us quite yet. Although I expect they will be.
Ground, Air Canada 3-3, taxi to the gate. Air Canada 3-3, taxi to gate 58, via taxiway, uniform, Tango 1, Tango, Lima Alpha, Juliet.
Yeah, so we're getting some pretty like frames in 12, 11, 13, 12. Pretty low frame rate here actually.
Air Canada 3-3.
There's just too much going on for this old computer. I'm really interested in getting the KB Lake processors. I think that would really be a significant upgrade for the computer that I have. probably be on this other. I think I'm actually taxiing to the wrong runway. Very strange. What we'll do is we'll taxi up to this other exit here.
3, hold position. Touch the buoy on the taxiway. Hold position. Air Canada 3, 3. Air Canada 3, 3. Continue taxi. Roger, Air Canada 3, 3.
I also have this is FTX Australia that I'm actually running, so it's kind of fun. Fun to fly over the middle of the country, wherever it takes us. I haven't actually done that much before. I've had FTX Australia. I mean, I had it when it first came out, but I never really flew down there that much. Especially after FTX BMW came out, I just sort of left Australia in flight sim for good, because it's just so far between the airports. Now I was really into GA flying. So this will be fun. A nice little sort of revisit. Okay, here we go. Here we are. See if we can get the tower too. We can't because I taxied to the wrong runway, but whatever. We'll try this one. Or even pulling in front of that other guy. I honestly think I need to start flying with a pen and paper, because I miss important things like what runway I'm gonna fly on. Fly to. I don't know if you heard that, but that's my RAS system. I think I'm actually gonna, let me just sort of open that, and I'm gonna increase the volume of that. Could it be this? The RAS Professional. It's a little not quite loud enough. Okay, so I guess that's more or less it, right? Which is to turn on the landing lights, turn off these taxi lights, turn on the strobes, turn off the beacon, and we should more or less be good to go. So 40%, get stable engines, and we'll press Toga. Toga. Toga, Toga, Toga. As they would say in Animal House. Fly this from the outside just because I want to see P1VR. That's Sydney. Huge city. Like geographically, it's enormous. That's one of the reasons why I didn't particularly love living there. It's just because it took forever to get anywhere. We can retract some of the flaps now. That's flap side, flaps 1. Flaps come all the way up. And at this point, I think we will actually engage the autopilot. I am getting OO endings. It's pretty remarkable. Beautiful job with the scenery. Beautiful job as you come in over the refinery of Botany Bay. Here we're pulling in over the beaches of Sydney. Wow, that's cool. So that's probably... So there's some really nice beaches, obviously, as people know, in Sydney. So I think this would be Coogee. Or that could be Coogee. Yeah, that's Coogee, and then you have Tamarama and whatever, the Bronte and whatever they're called. And here's Bondi, which is the famous one. But honestly, these other ones are kind of nicer in many ways. This is probably Cronulla, I'm guessing. Not quite sure where Cronulla's down here. I don't remember my local geography so well for Sydney, but it's nice. It certainly is a city with its beaches. One thing that was super nice about the beaches, though, I'm kind of like, I really like the harbor beaches myself a lot. They're very, very cool. Because you can kind of look back at the city, and that was really sort of unique and fun view. Like in that, by the harbor beaches, I mean in here there are also some beaches like this one's up here in Mossman's Bay, Watson's Bay I think it's called. Really pretty up here, and you look back into Sydney and it's really beautiful. Very cool. And of course you have Manly and stuff up here on that sort of headland. Coming back in over Kingsford Smith International. This is where things gets a little complicated. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna go. Why don't we go direct to, what's this one called? It's called Woolnaby. Clear. Up here. Execute. Cool. That's it. We didn't have to do the extra double triple loop around the city. Beautiful. Beautiful. Flytampa has done a bang up job of the Sydney scenery. Really, really good job of the Sydney scenery. I know that's not a controversial statement, they always do good work, but this is really, really nice. Look at the clouds by NTEX, they look great. I have to say, like, one of those things I didn't think that I'd be so like happy with is yet another cloud package, but it's really, really good. They are really good. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So this is Orbex FTX Australia. Below us, you can really tell the difference between this, which was their first product, and what they've made recently. Like, Germany is incredible compared to this. It's a whole different ball game. And of course, in this version, back in this time, they didn't even improve the airfield, so they just took a bunch of stock airfields around Australia. And this you get all the pavier ones, which are really nice, but they're also not as nice as the newer ones they have for Europe and the States. But anyway, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Yeah. Okay, we're already at 17,000 feet. Turn on the weather radar on this part. And put the terrain radar on over there, not that it's really needed, but you know. Okay, and we can set altitude down to standard. Standard. Turn off these, then we can turn off the seatbelt signs. And yeah, let's go Wollongong. Wollongong is down here. This is furthest south I actually made it in Australia, and the furthest south I've been in the world personally. I forgot to start the chronos. Always forget to start the chronos. I think I want to make a view here in Chase Plane. I want to make a new view that I want to call Spot, like similar to the standard sort of Spot. And I want to disable this, but I want to track the aircraft. And I want to increase the speed a lot in these ones. Maybe not for this so much. And I want to increase the distance. And lower the zoom setting too. Like so. The way this should work then is that I should be able to swivel around it just like sort of a normal spot view from prepared. So this is Wollongong, which is this city immediately to the south of Sydney. One thing you realize when you move to when I moved to Australia is like just how immense of a country it is. It's so huge, and the distances between everything are so enormous. Once you leave Sydney, if you go north, it's like 13 hours until you reach Brisbane, which is the next sort of big city on the way. There's only... It's really quite crazy how big it is. Okay, let's see how this goes. Progress. We will be arriving in... Let's see, it's right now it's 22:26, and so we will be arriving in Bali in 5 hours from now. Crazy, it's a long time. One thing I really appreciate that PMDG did with the 777 was okay, I'm gonna go direct to Hogan because this is gonna be just like a lot of weird sort of turning. One thing I really appreciate they did here is they did this they did time compression from within the sim, and it turns down and the speed when it reaches waypoints so that it handles them nicely, and as if that isn't enough, it also stops, it pauses at top of the descent, so if you go watch some TV or something while this is going on, then you can always come back to it, and it isn't that crazy. So I'll show you exactly where this is done, and then I'll probably pause the sim or put it on camera as a cinematic mode, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, so the way it works is it kind of, you have, it's not here, it's not menu. You go to menu, you go to PMDG setup, and I think you go to options and you go to simulation, and there you have the different things. Let's see, auto time compression up to 4 times. I'm going to do up to 8 times. And pause at top of the descent, yes. And auto step clamps, yes. And yeah. Oh, maybe this is something I haven't tried before. Oh, finally. I've always struggled with those stupid buttons. That's much better. To turn them to rotary, then you can use your mouse wheel to rotate them. Okay, that's it really. We're coming up on our top of climb, and once we do, I'll engage the speed mode here, and off we go. Let's see how we're doing for... see if we can check out our fuel page. Fuel, we are almost burnt through our center fuel tanks, and once we do, we can turn off those pumps. That would be nice to get that done before we start our time compression. Everything else is good. So we get fuel low center here.
Seawind 701, turn right, heading to Niner 5. Turn heading to Niner 5, Seawind 701.
I actually think quite likely we'll run out of fuel in the center tanks before we reach the top here, which is quite nice. Set the flight level to 340. I think we'll even set to 360 here. Let's program the arrival while we're at it. So the arrival is from atmosphere the Gaga 2C and ILS runway 09. Is there not an ILS runway 09? Oh no. Is that a visual? Visual runway 09 Gaga 2C. There we go. That's everything, I guess. And it's all programmed and good to go. Top flight level is flight level 360. Which will step climb our way to 360. As we lose fuel, we can go farther and farther up. So our center fuel tank 0.1. It's kind of interesting. I've never actually noticed that flyover before. Yeah. So the fuel pump, the center tank, we can turn them off. And we are running from the fuel in the wings at this point. Very cool. Let's see if we can just also check out the weather. seems like we're gonna have pretty good weather according to the weather radar. But anyways, what we're gonna do at this point is I'm gonna engage the speed compression, and I am going to sorry, I'm going to engage this thing. As I will also turn off my truck iron a bit, and I think I'll probably end the video around here, and I'll upload another video from when we get close to landing. I don't know that I'm actually gonna bother recording too much of what happens in the meantime. See, now it's here we are running in accelerated time mode, 8 times speed. See the contrails from FSFX packages and all that stuff. Whoa. Aha. See, that's why I shouldn't set it to 8, because when I set it to 8 it'll have to do that every time it decides to change the simulation rate. So I'm actually gonna go in and set that to 4. Okay, there we go. Press flight level change to bring it up. Yeah, I know I said I was done with this episode, but I thought it would auto step climb, but I guess it isn't. This PKS is right in front of us, and it's flight level 340, so to me it's just super obvious how far. I look at that, ask us, it's changing the sky colors and stuff as we're flying. It's really amazing how far Orbex have gone since they started. You look at this and it just doesn't look at all as good as what even the open land class Europe looks, I think. Now, I don't think that this is like the most interesting place to fly, but they should revisit this product if they can. Just update the texture sets and stuff like that to make it look a little bit more like it looks. Look at those really cool contrails and even like wing wipers coming off. So cool. So cool. I've actually flown on a Garuda flight once before, and I thought it was going to be kind of underwhelming, but it turned out I thought it was really amazing. just because the food was so good. Like, the food was really, really, really yummy. Anyways, this is the point where I leave you, and I will engage FMC message. Check altitude target. Yeah. This is the point where I leave you. I'm gonna engage the climb, and there will be a second video from top of descent and on approach to Bali with this massive, crazy machine. I think that's gonna be one interesting landing, because I'm not that good at landing these guys. I think I might screw it up. Who knows? Check back and see later. Okay, bye bye. Thanks for watching.